Para-Nationals taking centre stage here at the 2025 Nationals. We do apologise for the delay in commencing our broadcast. We did have a couple of technical issues, but we are ready to go. It is women's triples action between Tasmania and Queensland. So Marika Rain, Shannon Hyland and Debbie Marr up against, well, this is a very handy trio. Cheryl Linfield, Louise Hoskins and Serena Bonnell. One end has been completed. It was a 1 to Tasmania, and we are very much looking forward to this one this morning, seeing the recent World Cup gold medalist Serena Bonnell skipping Queensland. Val Febo, my name, here on Rinkside Live at the Burnie Bowls Club. A bit different from Devonport where we've been the last few days, but what a club this is, this magnificent indoor facility. And alongside me, Connor Munnings. Connor, welcome.
Thanks, Val. Yeah, beautiful facility at Burnie Bowls Club, just like the Devonport one. And we want a green indoor rink now, so a bit easier on the eyes for us, Val. The blue just kind of plays with your eyes a little bit on the stream.
Yeah, so yeah, very different to the blue, but also a bit different. And I like the difference of colours that we've had.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Yeah, and a good start for Tasmania. They got the one of the first, and they're currently holding a shot at the moment with the blue bowl. It's close to the jack. The pink is Queensland, so just the one to Tassie at the moment. Serena Bonnell using weight.
She does have a really good drive on her. 15 ends, 2 hour time limit, Connor. That's what we've got this morning.
Tassie with the one. Deb will be looking to add a second to get Tassie off to a great start against this stacked Queensland side.
And it is a stacked Queensland side. Like, this is the Commonwealth Games and World Championships team. Almost recent from Birmingham and the Gold Coast.
I wonder if Serena will go weight again. She's got 2 seconds.
Among para players, as I said before, she does have one of the best drives in the game. If not the best.
Yeah, she's going again.
Close. Oh, it's come forward.
And she got rid of one of hers. So it could be 2 to Tasmania.
A little bit of frustration there for Serena. Very different. I was talking to her before about playing in Malaysia as opposed to playing in Tasmania. She said that in Malaysia, she was struggling to breathe due to the humidity. So one more to Tasmania. So I was talking to Marika Rain and Shannon Hyland, and apparently the nicknames of the three are Rake, Shaz and Deb. That's one of the more Australian team names I reckon you could get.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Can't get more simple than that with a nickname, so it's great.
Rake. Well, let's see if Rake can rake this jack up the green.
Troy Corber.
Bringing us the coffees.
Doing a great job here.
We've missed Troy.
At Burnie Bowls Club, from all reports, he's doing a great job running the Para-Nationals while we've been at Devonport.
What a day it was at Devonport yesterday. We awarded, I reckon, close to 80 or 90 medals or something like that to a lot of the juniors. And the New South Wales juniors absolutely cleaned up to the point where they're going to need to go to IKEA, get more trophy cabinets and get another suitcase, because the likes of Talia Kennedy, she walked home with 4 gold medals.
Yeah, so they won both the boys and the girls, and then the overall, of course. And then also 5 golds and 3 silvers, I think it was.
That is
in the end in each discipline.
an absolute demolition, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Louise sends that one squirting past, and want to wish a big happy birthday to Nathan Black as well, right at home, Jackaroo, reigning BPL 23 MVP, or BPL 22 MVP and 20 MVP. Two-time.
Happy birthday, Nathan. And you sang happy birthday a lot at the medal presentation yesterday, 3 times.
Well, we weren't quite ready. We were still waiting for things to print off, and I saw Maddie Flapper. I'm like, oh, it's Maddie's birthday. Let's sing Maddie Flapper a happy birthday. Then it was one of the Tasmanian players' birthdays. Then it was Talia Stringer's birthday. So we ended up doing it 3 times, and by the time we were done, we were ready to go.
And Nakia Daines was the Tasmanian player.
That's the one. Dainsy, as I was told to call her. So it's a wonderful indoor facility here. I wonder some of the bowlers that have actually stood in here over the years. Feels like it's been around for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's you can see when you go into the 45s, you can see all the photos on the walls of the pennant teams. The one at Burnie that got all the pennant flags up on the other side. It's a very different indoor. It's more historical, I'd say. It's got all the history of the club, all the pennants and the players, the champions, compared to like a new facility, like a modern facility like Devonport that we were just at. It's been a bit of a story here at the Para-Nationals that how it's supposed to play outside.
Yep.
We had the hail a couple of days ago, and grass greens are running a bit slow, so they brought everyone indoors, and it's a smaller green. It's only 6 rinks, and you're nearly right to the edge. So it's been a bit of juggling with logistics and playing each rink, but they've worked it out, and there's a great bowl there from Cheryl.
Cheryl is someone that we all know loves to be interviewed. Oh, Karen Murphy walks in. They've laid down the red carpet. Therese and Ian Hastings, Karen Murphy have all walked in, and rose petals are being scattered all over the floor here at Burnie. And Dave Stockham as well.
Jeez, they're all here. That could be one back for Tasmania.
Ian Hastings and I have a little bit of a bromance going. He's giggling. Therese is getting jealous.
Yeah, so they brought all the games indoors and been a bit of logistical juggling, but they've got it sorted, and the players are loving the indoor green. It's a beautiful surface. I've played here a couple of times, and it's very hard to bowl a bad bowl. Like, you can bowl like ordinary bowls, but not like really bad ones. Like, it's completely different to Devonport. Devonport, you take that wide line, it was very quick.
Yep.
But here, it's a bit slower. You don't take as much grass, and it's very easy to find that line. And once you do, it's just about finding the weight.
Yep. You had a little roll in here before.
4 bowls.
And all right on the line?
Yeah. I didn't use a jack, but yeah, all on the line. Yeah. Yep, they're all on the line. So it's
Connor knows how good he is.
Well, I was just testing the green, provide some comments. Deb finished in a handy spot behind. Tasmania didn't have any back there at the moment. We know how lethal Serena Bonnell is with her drive. Serena. What a bowl. That's one to the World Cup champion.
She has done so much for this sport. She won an award at the Australian Sports Performance Awards last year as well. She does so much for the inclusivity of bowls. And I think, Connor, I think we are about to be graced by the presence of Troy Corbo, who has just come and sat down. I wasn't expecting this so
didn't
early.
even ask. He just like stamps his authority and walks on.
Respect his authority. For those who have seen South Park, you'll understand that joke. And Troy does have the microphone ready to go now. Troy, welcome. And in your new role, congratulations, my friend, the Bowls Australia Events Manager.
Thank you, Val. Great to be with you. It's certainly been a testing week at times weather-wise here at Burnie, but it's been a terrific week. We've seen some tremendous bowls being played. I'm glad that we can showcase that today for all our viewers.
Have you enjoyed being around the Paras? We see Queensland get on the board with a single. And that's what I want to ask, because every time I come to the Paras, there's just this enthusiasm around the bowlers. Everyone comes up and says hello. You develop these relationships with people over the years, and you've obviously been around them all this week for an extended period of time. How much have you enjoyed being around them and just seeing how happy they are to be here and seeing just how good they are?
The sense of camaraderie is tremendous, and the levels of sportsmanship. It's been the first time I've had an extended period of time, certainly in an event space, with the para players. So it's been a great experience for me, and I've certainly been sapping and taking in a lot of information and knowledge and building that base for myself, and everyone's been very gracious in sharing their knowledge and information with me, so I've been very appreciative of that.
Has there been any standout bowlers?
Well, Jimmy Reynolds has won games with his last bowl on 3 games that I've seen, and that's not to say he hasn't done it on other games I haven't seen. So Jimmy's played some huge bowls to win games in various disciplines. None bigger than his last shot last night against Josh Lawton, 2 down, changed to a hand that he hadn't been playing all day, and sat through the bowls and got the shot just as the timer ran out.
He won by 1 shot, didn't he? 2019, got timed out.
Correct. So, yeah.
Incredible result.
And I can't lose in this game, Val. Queensland and Tassie, my 2 loves.
I thought I was one of your loves, Troy.
Well, you may be a distant third to Queensland and Tassie, mate.
That's fair.
At least you're on the list.
Yep, I'll take it. And this Tasmanian team of Rake, Shaz and Deb, as they wanted to be known, they have started quite well. 2 shots to 1, 15 ends, 2-hour time limit.
Murray, Shaz and Deb, hey?
No, just Rake.
Oh, just Rake.
Yep, Marake.
Well, it's a pity she's leading, because we could have had some fun wordplay with raking the head. And
I've already tried. Rake the jack up the rink, but that's, or down the rink.
I'm noticing a trend value. You've been sandwiched between 2 and ex-Tasmanian. Tasmanian, once again, he did it last night on the stream. Taylor and Mayo joining us. And again,
enjoy being the rose between 2 thorns.
Enjoy the Tasmanian sandwich.
Seen a number of games here on Rink 21. It's been a rink that's played very well. In fact, the entire surface is really great here at Burnie. Obviously, the players here are very experienced and have played on a lot of synthetic surfaces. And the feedback from them is it's one of the best that they've played on. So we had real weather issues here at Burnie to commence the tournament. And we've been able to pivot and move all of the games after day 1 into the indoor.
It's been everywhere, really. The inclement weather. It's been such a bizarre couple of weeks or couple of days in Tasmania. We saw the juniors yesterday. I felt very, very, very sorry for some of them, because they were getting absolutely smashed by weather.
We had 3 hailstorms on Tuesday, with hail sitting on the green.
3?
Yes. So, very challenging. Urging it in. Deb.
Awesome effort from Shaz. I think it was Shaz.
Yeah.
There, the pink bowls.
Open it up nicely there for Deb. Gives her a bit more room.
So the skips come down, and Serena Bonnell, she just continues to achieve new things in the sport of bowls. That World Cup gold medal last week with her and Jimmy Reynolds, who, in fairness, carried the hopes of the Australian team. They were sensational. 2 gold medals for the Paras. Australia 2 gold medals overall. So
I'd say Serena was very stiff to miss out in the finals as well. I think.
Yep.
It was only by a win, or maybe even shots or sets that she might have missed out on.
Yeah, it was tricky because that portable rink in Malaysia was allegedly one of the best rinks that so many of these players had ever played on. Apparently, it was sensational, but then going outside, it was just extremely tricky.
Serena's certainly carried that form into this week. She's been sensational, as you would expect.
Well, beat Carolyn Nelson 21-1 the other night.
And it was on this rink, and I'm glad I was on the sidelines because Serena would have absolutely cleaned the floor with me.
What can she do? The Club Tweed product, formerly of Broadbeach. Tweed, such an inclusive club. Loves playing there with the likes of Linny Clark, Chloe Stewart, Emma Boyd, Lily Vardy, Claire Turley. It's a pretty handy club.
Yeah, they go all right. Slightly on the higher line here. Will it count? Maybe not.
Bit of a different structure with the Para Nationals this year, Troy. Sort of a lot less events, and the 14-point pairs no longer part of the competition. It's just men's double or men's pairs, men's singles, men's triples, or the women's of the same variety. That one sneaks through.
Unlucky. Tasmanians have made a good start in this game. They're going to drop at least 2 here.
If she got around that, Troy, I reckon she had a jack in the nose and would have made 4. I can see the trail there.
It's a tremendous effort from Deb Maher. And we're going to get an umpire call here to sort this third shot out. But yeah, I think it's look. I think the format's probably good. A consideration with para athletes is obviously how they pull up through playing the games that they play. We do have to run a bit of an extended session on Wednesday when we transfer to the indoors. So very conscious as part of organising the event that we're not putting too much demand physically on the players. So I think the format that we've used this time around works quite well in finding that right balance.
For sure.
Our travelling ITA Steve Beckwith there, along with the local umpire Anne Malavi.
Steve's a very good man from WA.
I tell you what, he is one of the biggest bowls nuffies going around. And particularly with all things rules and marking and umpiring, you could have a conversation for 3 days with Steve.
But
he'd be animated the whole time. Loves it.
He's still not the biggest bowls nuffy from his state. That's the funny thing. Because there is a man with the initial CA, Clive Adams, who I reckon, if he could, would eat bowls for breakfast.
Yeah, got to spend a bit of time with Clive at BPL recently, and geez, he loves a stat.
Oh, he sure does. Does a power of work with some of those, and came at me with some good trivia questions after BPL as well. Just double checking here with the laser measure.
Yeah, and doing a great job. The Harra Bowls and Community Club down Hobart Way.
And this is part of the thing with the Nationals travelling around the state. It's a tremendous opportunity for local umpires to get time with really experienced ITOs to help build their skills and confidence. And we can see here Steve's helping Anne with the laser measure. So it's a tremendous opportunity for locals to get access to education and feedback that they don't normally get. Certainly encourage anyone over there in WA with the Nationals for next year. I know Sue Hogg's doing some work getting officials ready already over there.
She's a star, Sue Hogg. So 4-2 is the lead after that 3 to Queensland. And yes, Sue, we've gotten to spend a lot more time with her. You see her at AO and you don't really get that much of a chance to have a proper chat. But over this week, especially, taking the ITOs back to the hotel and bringing them in the morning, and then having a roll up with Sue yesterday. She was tearing us to shreds, wasn't she?
Oh, she was.
She was on fire.
She's using the old black bowls that were coming home from nowhere.
Having said that, I think you probably had us both covered, in fairness, Connor, and then Sue was a close second, and then
I think it's Sue was saying she was using size 4s and she couldn't really hold them, so I think if she was using a proper size bowl, she would have given us both the belting.
Great shot. Louise Hoskins. Absolute ripper. Exactly what you want with that first bowl.
But Sue is one of the nicest people in bowls. Great to get to know her. I know that she's been around for a very long time doing this sort of stuff, and she's one of the best minds in the sport.
And correct me if I'm wrong, mum of Brad Hogg, cricketer?
Correct, yep.
George Bradley Hogg.
Wait, really?
Did you not hear when she was talking about this the other day?
No, I was probably doing other stuff. But no, I didn't hear this. Oh.
So
one of my favourite Australian cricketers of all time, Hoggy. Loved him.
So, no, we were talking at dinner the other night, and Sue said that she was in India for, I can't remember what it was, there was some sort of an event in India, and
Another cracker here, sorry Val, another cracker from Louise. Wow. Great opening set.
Yeah, she was in India I can't remember if it was a bowls event or just there for a holiday. And she was feeling a little bit uneasy. Told the taxi driver that she was Brad Hogg's mum. She didn't feel uneasy anymore.
She probably had free transport and all the bells and whistles from then on.
But she said that she hates using it. She doesn't tell anyone.
I didn't know.
No, yeah, because she doesn't tell anyone.
You'd have to use that in India.
Yeah,
we just told everyone on live stream.
Yeah, I know.
Now.
Sorry, Sue. It's a great story though. But no, she says she never does it. But in India, it certainly worked.
Well, I knew Brad has bowled before. I think I heard a story about it, so that makes sense now.
I'm pretty sure he MC'd or opened the RSL bowls in WA last year, I think.
Yeah, I do remember reading the story about that. So, okay, now the puzzle's coming together.
There's a few famous bowlers in Western Australia. Nick Natanui is a bowler. I think he bowls at Mount Lawley.
Ben Leggett.
And David Wirrapunda, also a bowler.
Didn't know this. That they in Bowls Link?
David Wirrapunda is.
I'll have a check.
Connor's just going to stop former AFL players.
Yeah.
So Shaz has popped one behind for Tassie, so they haven't got bad position behind the head. Unfortunately, they don't have a bowl within about a yard at the moment, so Deb will be hoping that Shaz can make that correction with this next bowl. Meanwhile, Cheryl Linfield nailed the line. She's been very steady this week, Cheryl. Now, I missed the start. Have you done a little recap of what this section's looking like at all, Val? Or?
Not as of yet. We've been doing a few different things, but I will go through and do that now, unless you have it on you there, Troy.
I do have it on me here. So, yeah, so Serena's team here of 3 from 3. So this is a round-robin format for the women's triples. Everyone will play everyone once. And
so they could realistically win it today.
They will wrap up the gold medal if they win this game, because this will be game 4. And there's 6 teams. There's only one more round. So New South Wales currently sitting 1 game further back.
Well, they've got a good shot difference, though, New South Wales, so can catch them. And same with WA. So WA taking on Victoria now. And Victoria leading 6-2. New South Wales leading South Australia 4-1. So not quite a fait accompli yet. But they could very well wrap it up today.
David Wirrapunda plays at North Perth Bowling Recreation Club, which just got a little feature article on the BA website about a week ago.
They did? Who wrote that?
I did a bit, but I didn't even know. They didn't tell me. I would have put it in.
No, but I mean, who wrote the article?
Oh,
you did.
Myself, yeah. But
I was trying to give you a plug there, Connor.
Yeah. But my contact there didn't tell me. I would have put it in there to make it a bit more
juicy.
Juicy, yeah.
Premiership player?
We need to get him in a BPL Cup team over there. So a pretty good spot there from Serena. She was lacking a little behind the head. So the Tassie girls are probably lucky they're only 2 down here. It's been a little bit of a rough end for them. And Deb's going to have a bit of a crack at this one.
No, she said whoops. I don't think she meant to send it out that quick. But sometimes if you don't mean to send them out that quick, they might come off.
Yeah, I've seen you bowl often enough, Val.
Oh, I hit some rippers yesterday, didn't I, Connor?
You did.
I cleaned one of Sue's out completely. It was masked away, swinging weight, that Tassie weight that no one could play on that indoor rink.
Val keeps talking about it, how he'd challenge him, but he'll have no chance. And I'm like, Val, you'll get an end because you just drive with everything. You're bound to hit one eventually and get the shot.
Serena's got plenty of room here, and she's going to add a third.
Well, what we can do, Connor, and you will have a 21-up game. See how many shots I can get. If I can get to 5, I'll be very, very, very pleased.
Deb Maher.
She's tied the line. She's close here. Will it get down?
Oh. Got everything but.
Gave it a good ride.
So from 2-0 down, 3 ends on the bounce, a third of the way through this match, 7 shots to 2 for the Queenslanders.
Yeah, Tassie will want to try and peg an end back here just to arrest this momentum the Queensland have built. Of course, only 15 end games, so you can't let things drift too far too quickly. Yeah, we had 2 absolute ripper men's semi-finals in the singles yesterday. Damien Delgado and David Minns, and Josh Thornton and Jimmy Reynolds. And interestingly, both games sort of started the same way. Damien was out to a really strong start against David Minns, and Jimmy had Josh 11-0.
Yeah, I had to look at the scores last night when I was doing the wrap, and what I found interesting, I was looking at the David Minns Damien score, and David Minns was coming home like a steam train. I reckon if that game didn't get timed out, I reckon Minnsy might have got the win. He had the momentum.
Well, it's interesting. He's lost to Damien and to Jimmy through the tournament, but both of them were timed out. He wasn't beaten to 21. He was beaten by time. So, interesting.
It does tend to happen at the Para-Nationals. We see a lot of singles games get timed out.
Another great start from Louise Hoskins. 2 bowl triples. You want those early bowls in the head, and Louise is delivering at the moment.
Marek just pushing that one past.
Raking past.
Good by you.
Oh, you wanted to use it, so
Yep.
I'll take it.
Nice. I respect that.
Despite the challenges we've had with weather here at Burnie, the green staff, the food and beverage staff and the general volunteers for the matches, they've been absolutely amazing here at Burnie. Really welcoming. Nothing's been too much trouble. They've pitched in and done whatever's needed doing. Tremendous club to work with. Thank them very much. Another cracker from Louise, dropping that just a foot short. See if Ray can make this correction on a first. If you haven't been to the Burnie Indoor Complex before, it's
first time here.
I really like it. It feels a bit like a Cub Scout hall. It's a very it's a very low roof. We've got some parchment sort of timber on the sides, and there's lots of pennant flags and history in here. There's a lot of atmosphere, and it's got a really good feel, this indoor. I really like it. See there in the background all the flags that have been won.
Yeah, we were talking about that at the start of the stream, Troy, that it's a bit different to our modern facilities, like the Devonport Country Club that we were just at.
Feels homey, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's got a homey feel. It's really nice. Terrific weight there from Shaz. She's only got to make a minor correction with her next. Serena's clapping this in. She's happy. Just slips past, but in a great spot. I bet Serena's licking her lips and thinking about a little 2-foot trail here right about now. Shaz will have something to say about that. Unfortunately, it's not 3-bowl triples, because she would have been looking to split the difference between those two. Nailed the weight with both of them.
I've been sent the Survivor results from the office this week, and gentlemen, I'm pleased to inform you that your 2025 champion is Val Febo. For those who don't know what Survivor is, it's a great little game you can play at your club. Everyone starts with 2 bowls, and the 2 bowls furthest away from the jack at the end of every end get kicked away until the last bowl is left standing. So have a little bit of fun at your club.
You're just a bit lucky that Troy and I aren't there every week.
Oh, it's on the slow greens at Darabin, so
yeah,
that's where I come to play. Lumps and weeds and against the bias. I can do it all.
Well, I know that the Participation and Programs Department at Bowls Australia are working together a terrific suite of games like Survivor.
Yep.
That are going to be released to clubs to help engagement with new bowlers or existing bowlers alike.
Fantastic.
Help attract new people to the game through shorter formats. Interesting concepts, so stay tuned for that. Oh, yes.
I think she's made that.
Yes. Wow.
Debbie Ma.
I said that they needed to win this end, and Deb's given them a chance.
So now I can be equalled with Dave Vanderwall and Lucas Dixon, but they've got to win 100% of the survivors from now on. So I reckon I'm safe.
Well, at least you get joint winner.
Yes, but I want the solo. I've been wanting this for a long time.
Just sneaks past there, so just waiting for a signal to see if we're I think they just said they might be one down still, Tassie. Shaz is having no.
One up.
One up. Just needs to slow down.
Well, set the bowl.
Well, there's no measuring it now.
And they take the one. They're back on the board. Motoring through this one. Started about 45 minutes ago. 6 ends played. 3 sessions today that we're going to be bringing you throughout the 2025 Paranationals. We've got men's triples, Queensland versus Victoria next, and then women's pairs after that to finish the day, South Australia versus New South Wales. Tomorrow morning we have one session, that is the men's singles.
And that is going to be some sort of game. Jimmy Reynolds versus Damien Delgado. And it'll be on this rink right here.
Pumped. The AO champion against the World Cup champion does not get much better.
We have the senior sides, I believe, starting at Devonport tomorrow. But you'll be hard-pressed to find a better game of bowls to watch on the coast tomorrow than that singles game in here on the indoor of Burnie. So if you are in the area, get down here and support the game because it's going to be a ripper.
And afterwards, you can go along the Penguin and visit the big Penguin. I'm taking Val.
Yeah, we're going tomorrow. I'm going to see a big Penguin. I think Troy's taller.
Just need me in a tuxedo. You should be fine. So the good thing for her team at the moment, Rake, she hasn't quite honed in on the jack, but at least she's missing long, so she's at least giving them position bowls at the back and something for a team to play to. Still just trying to find that draw rhythm.
Drove past the tourist attraction in Burnie this morning, the big sand pile. Made Connor take photos of it for me because I was fascinated. You could see it from miles away driving down. I'm going, what the hell is that? Wasn't sure if we were in Tasmania or Tatooine.
Tatooine.
So Louise Hoskins, and you'd think that these three, all in the same team, possibly some of the best Australian female para players we've ever seen. And they're all playing in the same outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great challenge for the Tassie girls. Great experience for them. I'm sure they're enjoying it.
Also makes the national selectors have a big problem to try and figure out who is going to Glasgow next year. I know Cheryl was the toast of the town in the University of Warwick Village. She made friends with all the rugby sevens players. They all loved her, gave her some of their kit.
Yeah, right. This is a good effort from Shaz. Not going to quite sneak around. Helps build the head up a little bit, though.
Another foot in her last, and she's all over it, Troy.
Yep. Well, I don't think I'd be speaking out of turn to say that Serena Bonnell's got one of the spots tied up for that Commonwealth Games team. Hard pressed to see how she couldn't be selected. It's always a good problem for the selectors to have. I thought Deb might have got Shaz to just have a little search on the forehand there. It looks nice, but just going to just ask her to make that foot correction that Connor spoke of. Fortunately, it's not going to hold for her. But again, another bowl at the back.
I don't mind it. shot you were talking about, Troy. It's green seems a lot easier to play those running shots than the Devonport indoor.
Yeah, it's not a big swoopy indoor here. There is a little, like the turn's good, but it's not swoopy.
Yeah.
And often it is quite difficult to play those in between weighted shots on a synthetic, but this carpet seems pretty good for that.
Debbie Marr steps to the rink, has a chat with the coach. So, Serena and Debbie about to lock horns once again.
It's one of those decisions here for Serena. Do you try and cover that hole and try and draw that hole to block it off, or do you cover around the back? And Serena's going to come around the back. Jacks are respotted, so she's going to get the spot there at the back.
I haven't seen Serena, and look, I've watched her bowl for a lot of years now, and I've never seen her look so sure of herself. The confidence that she's exuding is there for all to see. She knows that she belongs. She's got that feeling that she has the quality to really be that one with the target on her back. And I think it shows in the way that she's playing singles. She hasn't lost a national match at singles in I think since 2023, since that final to Cheryl Linfield at the AO. And she used to hate singles. She only played it as a requirement. Just crashing in.
Doesn't quite get it up enough to count. I think it'll be the one. It is. So one more to Queensland. Takes them out to an 8-3 lead after end 6. Again, we're at that time of the game where Tassie need to peg another end back here. Even a 2 would...
Just to get it within 3.
Yeah. I think you've just got to be close enough that Queensland then don't get into a relaxed mode of we've got this game under control. You want to just be at that distance where you can still strike and keep them on their toes.
I think they'll be feeling that way now anyway, but we'll see how Tassie can respond. Good afternoon or good morning to wherever you're watching from. Some of the best para players in the country and the world on this rink at the moment. Jimmy Reynolds, Chris Flavel, Josh Barry, Serena Bonnell, Cheryl Linfield, Jodie Nikolic, Annette Ruffle, Alison East. There is a plethora of them.
Star-studded field.
It is, and well, we're talking about star-studded fields, and we've just manufactured the opportunity here, Connor, to speak with one of the superstars of para bowls, not just in Australia but around the world, because he is a world champion. His name is Damien Delgado. Damo, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for jumping on. And having a little chat with us this morning. How have you found the week? I know it was a bit challenging outside. They made the Leamington Spa greens look quite quick out there, I think.
Yeah, definitely was. A bit of wind, a bit of snow almost. There was a bit of hail. Very tricky out there, so glad to be indoor.
How'd you go bowling over the hailstones?
I didn't have to do, and I got off pretty quickly when that started coming down. But no, it was tricky out there.
Yeah,
for everybody.
And the tournament itself, you're into the singles final, which is very exciting. It was a tough match yesterday, but you got through, and now you v Jimmy Reynolds in what I think is billed to be one of the best singles matches we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the easiest game I've had for the week. So, no, looking forward to it. The whole team's had a good week, the Queensland team. So hopefully we can continue today and tomorrow.
And it was the same last year as well at Broadbeach. Queensland absolutely dominated the para section and won the overall, and looks as though you might be on your way again. But just how special is it? This team, I think, is the most consistent team that we've seen. I think there's been a lot of chopping and changing in between the other states, but Queensland is sort of stuck fat with the same players. You know, Cheryl, Serena, Louise, you, Brett Sellers, Cooper White-Styles has been around for quite a long time as well. So, you know, it seems as though you've got that consistency and it's showing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We all know each other. We all know what to expect from each other. And, yeah, as a team, we gel really well together.
So, Shannon Highland looking to try and wrestle things away. Queensland really on top at the moment.
Yeah, Louise Hoskins is playing a superb game. He's really let up well for Serena.
Yeah, she has. She's like, once we got out in here, all of us, all the games just have been really good.
Yeah,
everyone's taken to it really well. I think we're appreciative that was an option to come inside.
Yeah, it's a really nice surface, Damien. I was talking to Val before. I played on here a few times, and it's really, I'd say, easy to find your line. And once you got that, then it's just the weight.
Yeah, and it is a bit forgiving too.
Yeah,
it can be a bit narrow, a bit wider, and it doesn't punish you that much as some of the other carpets do. So it's not overly quick. You still got to give it. Not much, but yeah, if you try and just dead draw it all the time, you will fall a little bit short. But it's really nice to play with.
And Damien, I want to ask you, about 2.5 weeks ago, you were at Club Pine Rivers we'll just wait for this bowl to come down because it's looking pretty handy, but Louise, that just shows how well she's leading because the jack sprayed onto it and stayed right with it, but it's a little bit more open for Debbie Ma. But now the Bowls for Brisbane campaign at Club Pine Rivers, you were there with Els and Disco and Karen Murphy as your captain, and it was a full crowd. So many people were cheering for you, and what was the experience like for you personally?
Oh, it was great. I usually go up to the Pine Rivers every year to watch Tweed, but to be out there and have the good crowd there, and obviously supporting us, it was really good, really great night for me. I was looking forward to it once I was told, and it couldn't come quick enough.
I know you're a man that you don't really like being thrust into the limelight too much, and I know that I do it to you on a regular basis, and like today. This was more Troy's idea because he saw you go past and he's like, oh, let's get Damo on. So you can blame him for that one. I just agreed because I love having you on. But it was, I think you really handled the situation well because it was something very different, you know, obviously with the noise, and yes, you've played comm games and worlds, but there hasn't really been that sort of loud pumping music, and a lot of people were quite plastered by that time of the night. So, how did you find that, and just adapting to the noise? Did it help having Disco and Els out there with you?
Yeah, we were sort of joking around, kept sort of me a bit calmer, not so tense. But yeah, definitely with the single rink, obviously with comm games and that, you still got a whole green and you might be on the edge, so having the crowd either side of you was definitely a new experience for me, but one I enjoyed.
And, of course, the Australians won. Connor and I were probably most proud of the fact that
Yep.
we played the Darth Vader theme
Yes,
song
I
when the rest of the world
that
team
too. I
came
had a
out.
good laugh at that one. That was brilliant.
Well, they're on our shores. They were the enemy. But it was a wonderful spectacle as Serena pops her final bowl down. So it's pretty close here for 3 for Queensland, maybe 2.
Yeah, two and a look.
Say 2 and a look. Yeah. Front bowl might be in for Tasmania.
Did you get yourself a Bowls of Brisbane bucket hat, Damien?
Yes, I took one home.
Very nice. This is very close for Debbie Ma. She got in, just rocked off her front.
The only mistake I made is I should have taken 3 because I got 3 kids. So they.
Oh no! So have you cut it 3 ways?
I just have to hide it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So 10 shots to 3-2 to Queensland. Louise Hoskins leading brilliantly, and yeah, the whole night was a genuine spectacle. Australia won, and I think in terms of the crowd just seemed to buy into it, and anytime the Australians did something well, it was a big applause. But I think what should hopefully bode well for the sport is that there was such a respect for that rest of world team as well, and anytime they put down a good shot, there was a clap.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. There was definitely support, I think, just for the whole game, to get it over the line, to get it into the Olympics. No doubt if we do, then we can start just supporting Australia then.
Exactly, and you look at the history of bowls in the Paralympics, because it has been part of the program before. Bowls still remains, to this day, Australia's 5th most successful sport in terms of gold medals won in the Paralympics.
Yep.
8 gold medals. And I think if we can continue to harp that message, as well as what we can offer both Open and Paras in the future,
Yes.
we are a very successful team and best overall para team at the World Bowls Championships, second best or third best at the Commonwealth Games a few years ago, 2 silver medals.
Yep. It was the best overseas too for us in the Northern.
Yep. And then we topped the medal tally at both the Com Games and the World Championships. So we've got the pedigree. We know that we can do it on both home and away. 2 goals at the World Cup as well with Jimmy and Serena.
Yes, absolutely. I think it would be good even getting in the Olympics, getting to play more of them nations that we're not used to playing against.
Yeah.
Also, we saw at the World Championships, but especially with Paras, there's a lot more coming through, which would be great experience for everybody, really.
We have 44 different countries at the World Bowls Championships, and at the Com Games, you're not taking on teams like the USA or
that's right.
Argentina.
Yeah.
I remember we had at the World Championships, the Argentinian team was there, and I could hear them chanting Messi, Messi, and I thought, I've got to get this on social media because they just won the World Cup. They were still jubilant, and I got them to do it. And he looks at me, or one of them looks at me, and he goes, "Can you get the French team behind us?" And the French team was standing right there. I'm like, maybe not. I don't want to start a war.
Where do they play bowls in Argentina?
I think there's a Cordoba Bowls Club.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's one in Buenos Aires as well. If anyone's listening that's played bowls in Argentina, let us know. But there were some good teams, and that I speak about it a lot. But that Australia versus France men's triples game that we covered at Mudgery Bar, that had everything. The French were this close to pinching it, and had they won or tied the game, Australia's triples title was gone.
Yeah.
They don't win.
Wow.
Because they finished second in the group.
And wasn't there a proposal as well?
There was, marry me Kiki. Still have no idea what happened there. There's been a wedding. No one's ever let me know. We've put it out on social media. Might do another call to action. Was there a wedding? They've had 2 years to plan it, surely.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be at the next World Championships, the wedding during the event.
Maybe Leamington Spa.
Leamington Spa.
Yep.
On the green.
Get married at Victoria Park. They are quite lush. That would be something. We'll get you to MC it, Damo. So,
well, with that bowls for Brisbane, you talk about throwing me under the bus. When I had to make my speech, I had no idea. Kaz goes, "You're up, Damo." I was like, "What?" And if you look at the footage, Disco pushes me. Push me in the back. Here you go, mate. Yeah. I was like, oh.
Well, there's no way Disco would have wanted to make that speech, and Els would have done it, but I reckon she would have said, you know what, no, we'll make Damo do it.
That's why I grabbed the trophy, because I was like, I'll grab that. And they're like, no, you're off. I was like, what?
Speech and a trophy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So, again, Louise Hoskins playing brilliantly. I feel like her confidence over the last couple of years, Damo, has absolutely skyrocketed from making AO finals to the finals at the Nationals as well. She's really pushing to be in that top echelon of bowlers.
Yes, she surely has, and obviously with the Com Games coming up, it's going to make a difficult decision. The selectors too, because where she's from, she plays on a synthetic.
Yep.
So she's very used to these sort of conditions.
Serena obviously has the Club Tweed indoor she can use.
Yeah,
And
both
then-
of us, we're lucky with that.
I don't know, and yeah, exactly. Yeah, forgot you're at Club Tweed
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, it's it's such a great facility in there, and they do a great job at the Australian Indoor Championships. And I don't know what Mount Gravatt for Cheryl has. I don't know if they're grass
she does play in a couple of clubs around her that have got like a Pine River sort of surface.
So it's a good thing that a lot of the clubs in Australia do have carpet options.
Yes. Saying like Jimmy's got Cabramatta.
Yeah.
They've got that there. Chris Flavel's got some around him as well. So it's not like it's going to be foreign to whoever gets selected.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously with the Malaysian tour coming up, once we find out who's going with that's going to be massive experience on them rinks that they played on.
Oh, this is looking
Yeah,
beautiful
great.
from Serena.
Just makes it a bit hard for Deb now.
Sorry, but they talk about Serena. Yeah, Serena Williams being the Serena. Well, sorry. That ain't happening. We've got the real Serena. Serena Williams can't do it on a cold day in Burnie.
It's a good pick up there for the Queenslanders.
So that is a 3 to Queensland, and they've just started to take this by the scruff of the neck and down 2-0 after 2 ends. Sort of very similar to the Brett Wilkie, Ali Forsyth match we covered yesterday, Connor, where we've got... we had Brett win the first 2 ends, and then 8 ends later the match was over.
Yep.
It was quite remarkable. Ali was right on it, and just confirmed by Matthew Taylor that Mount Gravatt has 2 carpet greens, so that's fantastic for all of the players and gives everyone the best opportunity with the indoor carpet at the Com Games confirmed as the surface in Glasgow next year. Can't believe we're already at this sort of time, Damo. It feels like yesterday that we were all in Birmingham and at Leamington Spa, and the fact that we're more than 3 years after that and within a year of the next campaign, it's quite remarkable.
Yeah, I done my calendar for next year, and it's just crazy. Like potentially 4 overseas trips.
Yep.
2 to Scotland, 1 to Malaysia, and a Trans-Tasman later in the year.
Yep.
And then still doing Bowls Queensland stuff, and then Club Tweed stuff with events.
Are you ever home? Does your wife see you?
Yeah. I book it in, so if I don't book it in first and she books something, well, that's...
Yeah.
Takes I get it in pretty quickly. But no, I'm lucky to have that support at home.
Yeah.
And I've got to have them conversations. She said if it gets too much, she'll let me know that I have to pull back on certain things.
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Because how many kids at home?
Three
Three,
kids. Yeah, 6, 8, and 10.
But yeah, it is an exciting year, and then the year after, of course, a World Championships campaign in Leamington Spa.
Yeah. Like I like getting away from the Gold Coast because there's so much bowls on the coast, so it's good to go out. But I think I'll be glad not to go to the UK after you make the Com Games and
after 2027, maybe.
Could be 5 trips to the UK in 2 years.
There's worse places to go. There is worse places to go. We had a lot of fun in Birmingham and that University of Warwick. I was talking to a few people at Com Games Australia about that recently, that we got the chillage, they called it.
The chillage.
Because it was so relaxed at the University of Warwick.
I think somewhere like Fiji should do the Com Games, something like that. Wouldn't that be good?
Suva Bowls Club? Yeah.
What about Niue? I'm sure, well, their Prime Minister plays bowls, so surely. Dalton Tagalagi, if you're watching.
World champs.
Yeah, surely we can get Olivia Bloomfield on board as well. My God, if we can get her as the spokesperson for a World Championships. World Championships After Dark, I think.
Didn't she do a thing at Musgrave Hill, that talk, a women's
I'm not sure.
talk on Women's Day? I think it was Olivia, and they said it was fantastic.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Olivia.
That was a great delivery there from Cheryl Linfield.
I can see with some of the bowlers being the 4th day now, a few of them are moving a bit slower up the green with their disabilities as the week goes on. I know a few of the guys that have got the prosthetic legs. You look at their legs after 3 or 4 days, and there's blisters forming.
Yeah, it would hurt a lot.
Yeah,
it's
I think it's good being in here because it's a lot softer outside and it's a lot more pressure on it. And
yeah, I can imagine. It's the sort of stuff that you don't really think of, Damo.
yeah,
Cheryl once again. What can she conjure up? She's come with a bit of weight here. It might be underneath. Doesn't want to promote that in. No harm done. Louise Hoskins again, though.
yeah.
Absolutely
When
dominating.
she finds her rhythm, just keep it the same length.
Tracy, watching on, was at Leamington Spa for the Commonwealth Games and cheered for the Aussies. So, well, it's great to hear. I'm sure you would have been at one of Damo and Chris's matches. Bit of weight, and that is not bad. Going back to the respot, but
She's a bit unlucky. Oh no, she's got the
got the shot. Nicely done from Shannon Highland. That was a great event. And next year, while it'll be different, it'll still be wonderful because Bowls has a seat at the table. And that's all we needed. That's all we wanted. Yes, there's less players that get to go. Para, I don't think is too affected. You're okay?
We're the same. Yeah, we've just kept the pairs.
Yeah.
Male, female, and mixed VIs.
So, yep. So, still 6 para players get to go, plus 2 directors.
Yeah, that was sort of a relief that we were left alone, and it gave 2 people a chance. Because there was only one, like the VIs. It's very tough.
It would be, especially as a national selector as well. To try and choose one of all the stars that we have here in the Para Jackaroos.
Yeah. And it was great to see they've added 2 new countries for the Paras as well.
Oh, have they?
They've gone, so was it Singapore and another one of the Asian countries have come in.
Oh, that's
Malaysia.
Incredible.
Too, so we've got 8 in there now, which is, what a bowl.
That is just stupidly good. She just gets better and better every time you watch her bowl.
Yeah.
She's added something to her game. Have a look at this on replay. Her weighted shots are really underrated.
That's improved a lot over the last couple of years. And I think now being on the carpet, it's just getting more and more confidence.
Yep.
She's not feeling the best at the moment.
Not feeling the best?
I think it's starting to catch up with her the week away. She's been just going back home and going straight to bed after we're finished.
In fairness,
For her and Jimmy,
so have we.
Yeah. For her and Jimmy, it's been a huge
Yep.
2 weeks being over in Malaysia and the heat.
Yep.
Now coming back to the freezing cold.
Doing hot and colds.
Yeah.
In fairness, I was a little bit sceptical of the scheduling of the World Cup because it was right in between the BPL and the Nationals. So from an Australian point of view, it was difficult. And she's gone from drive to draw. And Serena Bonnell, we take our hat off. Yeah, it's really difficult to try and adapt. And speaking to her before, she was saying just the humidity in Malaysia. It was really hard to deal with. Humidity in Queensland's hard to deal with, let alone Malaysia. I don't know how you do it.
Well, that's when they went to Singapore for the Maryland Cup. There was the footage outside, and you could see after a roll-up, their shirts were sticking.
Yeah.
It was...
Well, I think that's the only place where I've ever seen someone age or go back in age. Gary Willis seemed to enjoy it.
Yes,
he became an under-25, but I think he's the only one. So that's another 2 to Queensland. 15-3 is their lead.
I think with talking to Karen, she said she drank about 4 or 5 litres of water, of fluid, and didn't have to go to the toilet.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah.
Incredible. Serena Bonnell, she is on fire. And so is this lady here. Louise Hoskins, Cheryl Infield has chimed in really well. And they're doing it right in front of the national selectors. You got to pick and choose your time. Ian Hastings, he's watching. He's got his hands together. Stocky's there as well. Called his grandson the other day in the under-18s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He made his, got in there. So does Bowls Australia supply any therapy for the under-18s playing in that weather?
We might need to. We might need
sitting
to.
on their chair today, rocking back and forth.
Yeah,
Thinking, what?
Yeah, they might see another raindrop and then just start shaking.
Well, they won't complain about wind wherever they go back again, and wind and rain and cold.
But I think it's something that they'll always remember anyway. You know, while you're out there, you might not be enjoying it, but you still go back and go, maybe in 10 years' time. Remember that under-18 championships we played in Tasmania? But it was, we were looking outside yesterday, Connor.
Yeah.
And the wind, Damo, it was whistling past. The marquee almost blew away.
It's like a fourth commentator. You could hear it through the mics.
Yeah, it was crazy. And, it'd be interesting when senior sides and sides start, which states are able to deal with it the best.
Yes. Yeah, with us that being a smaller field, obviously we could all fit in here, but I think the state sides and the over 60s, obviously they could rotate it, but there's always going to be 2 or 3 states or 4 states outside.
So there's going to be, so one state clash will be inside on the indoor, and then the other 3 will be outdoors.
Yeah.
So it's all about, I think, who gets the better of the conditions that they like.
Yes.
So I know we had Taylor Mail on the coverage yesterday. Cheryl sends down the backhand, and he was saying that on the indoor green, when they played against Victoria because of inclement weather recently, Victoria smoked them on the indoor. But Taylor, and I know Rob McMullen likes playing on the outside.
Yeah, his game against Brett Wilkie, I heard.
Yep. He was on fire. I think it was before Brett could even blink. It was sort of 7-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Tasmania only have the one game indoors, Taylor was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Sides.
they could be the real dark horse. And
Well, I was saying that, we're looking at the team yesterday. It looks pretty solid. New South Wales probably, well, they've got the target on their back for the men because they've won 19 straight contests, but dating back to 2022. But it's very impressive what they've done, and I think Tassie at home will back themselves in. Could we see someone different win the Ali Shield or the Marge Morris Trophy? Cheryl Linfield looking pretty handy.
got 2 good bowls there. Louise had a little bit of an off end, and Cheryl's just plopped them in there for her.
Yeah, it's the strength of this team. Like Louise, probably her first time where she hasn't really had one on it, and then Cheryl was just like, well, I'll do it then.
Yeah.
No problems. So you got triples coming up next.
Yep,
Damon?
2 triples.
So who are you playing with, for those that might not know?
Playing Victoria next.
Yep.
I think we're on the live stream for that.
Yep.
And then Tasmania in the last game. And then, obviously we play our singles tomorrow morning with Jimmy, and girls play the last of their triples, and then we fly home.
We'll be streaming you tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
you and Jimmy Reynolds, and that is, we are going to build that one up, that's for sure. The 2 World Championship winning teammates locking horns. It's going to be played in a good spirit, I think.
Yes, it will be. Always is.
And in terms of dealing with finals, you've started to play a hell of a lot over the last few years, getting to the pointy end of tournaments. How do you deal with it personally, playing in these sort of singles finals and getting yourself mentally ready?
I have my sort of game plan, and I stick what works for me. Try not to let anything get in my head. I'm not too worried who I play. Just do what I know. Just keep to that same routine, whether it's a final or not a final.
And it was an interesting final you played at the AO against Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He was going after his shots a lot. He was really trying to play aggressively, and then he started drawing and making his way back into the contest, but you held on. And how is it sort of dealing with opponents when they sort of make that change? You just keep focusing on what you do?
Yeah. And again, with Chris, during the sectional, I was 10-0 up.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to drop one. There's no don't have to play anything silly if you've got a bit of a lead. If you're down 1, maybe you could make a couple of shots, but you don't want to give him any free shots to get back any quicker. And just trust my process. Because obviously playing against Jimmy, even if you're 10-0 out, he's going to come back at you. He's not just going to give up and go, oh, well, that's it. The game's over. You've got to be switched on for the whole time.
Exactly. Exactly right. So sitting at a 2-hour time limit for this one. I think we're going to get there pretty comfortably. Only 4 ends to go after these 2 bowls. And Jimmy will let you go after this end, so you can...
great.
Oh, sorry, Damo will let you go. It's been a long week. Serena, very close. Yeah, we'll let you go and go and prepare for your contest against the Victorians.
Yes, thanks for having us.
No worries, and make sure you give Lucas Protopappas a good showing.
Yes.
Make him work for it.
We surely will. Thanks for having me, guys.
No worries. Thank you very much, Damien Delgado. What an absolute superstar he is, and he'll be in action next in the men's triples, Queensland versus Victoria. So lucky to have such a wonderful array of people. And that is a 3 to Tasmania, Connor.
Yeah, he's a champion bowler. Damien, it's great to have him on the commentary and hear his story and what he's got going on, what's coming up.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. And also Tassie, they would have enjoyed that 3 because now they can change the length. We've seen Louise be all over us playing the same type of length. And I did notice during that end, that was probably the shortest end we've had. I think they just got the jack roll wrong, and Louise did miss out. She probably rolled it a bit long, so Tassie can really change the length here and get back into it. Currently 9 behind Tassie, but they can really bring back the margin. And as we've been saying all week, there's still a chance. They're not mathematically out of it just yet. So they've opted to go longer.
Let's see what Louise Hoskins can do. She's got room here to jump on. Might take the jack.
Do we expect anything less, Val?
Ridiculous. Louise Hoskins.
For me, she's been the player of this match so far.
So we've got the Clover Lester Encouragement Award. That's one that's been awarded to a player that's playing in one of their first events here at the Para-Nationals. Jodie Nikolic won it in 2022, now an emerging Para-Jackaroo. Then Annette Ruffle won it 2023, now an emerging Para-Jackaroo. Kindleton Hayes won it from Tasmania last year. He's not here this year, so hopefully he's going okay, and hope to see him back at the Para-Nationals very soon. Who will win it this year? Well, Lulu, she's holding shots. Lulu, she's holding two.
Louise can't win the award because it's not her
No.
first rodeo. But she has had a morning that will be remembered. Tassie currently one down. We'll want to try and score on multiple ends. They did so on the first two ends, but haven't been able to since. Shaz isn't far away. Great
So
bowl.
touch on the jack.
Sharon Highland.
So, Rake Shaz and Deb fighting hard.
Sharon Highland's been very solid today. She's really fought to keep Tassie in the game.
Oh, Cheryl infield. Get out of town. At the Com Games, Connor, we were trying to come up with a chant for Serena and Cheryl, and we resorted to the Seven Nation Army. Oh, Serena and Cheryl. Not sure it quite took off.
Might need to start preparing early for next com games to find some good chance.
Oh, they're all playing really well, these three Queenslanders. Absolutely sensational. Really solid team performance from all three.
Debbie might have just got back shot.
It's pretty close.
Still to 1 to Queensland.
Serena Bonnell is very, very close. Can she get the turn or stop? You bet she can. So 3 ends to go after this bowl. 9 shots the difference. Currently 2 to Queensland, which would put them 11 up. Debbie cleared them both.
She could have made a big number here, 2.
Yep.
Thought it could have been 3.
There's a lot of that sort of darker, solid colour bowl.
Yeah.
And the stickers are sort of glaring under the lights, so it's...
Well, the shot's the Jack High one and Debbie's last, but the other black one just beats the pink.
So Serena now looking to try and get shot back. They've been holding for the majority of this end. Cheryl does not mind this. Weight was superb, but it's drifted through. And a brilliant bowl from Debbie Ma sees it back to 7. 8 shots to 15, 3 ends to go.
More importantly for Tassie, back-to-back ends. First time since the first 2 ends of this match.
Yep. Back-to-back multiples as well for Tassie, which is very important in their quest to come back into this.
Having a look at this. They've called the umpire over and Malavy. I'm looking for the third. So Tassie, if they pick up a 3 here, they bring the margin back to 6 shots. With 3 ends to play. They'll be very much in this game if they can. The key for Taz is to keep doing this length, take Louise Hoskins off her preferred length. And really start peppering the jack to force the Queenslanders to play some shots. It's just a 2. So 8:15 after 12 ends in favour of the Queensland team. Game's given a 2-hour time limit, but we'll should reach the allotted amount of ends comfortably. Might just need Deb to move out of the way just to see the balls come down to forehand. And Louise Hoskins, she's done it all morning and she does it again. So correction. Finishing a handy spot for the Tasmanian team. Louise said she thinks she took the weight off. And she has, but it stops the drive. Unintentional blocker from Louise Hoskins. What can Sharon Highland do? Does he need to win this end if they have any chance to come back in this game?
Yeah, they have to find something, Connor. Absolutely. And Louise is she's negated so much of it from the get-go, hasn't she?
Yep.
When your first bowls are that good, it just makes it so difficult for your opponents. Because it makes you feel like you got to do more.
Yeah, and Shannon Highland, she has put one in a very difficult position now to get shot, and that's not going to make it any easier.
Right in that drawing line.
It's going to be in a good spot for Tasmania, but the issue is they need to get Jack back there. And there's a lot of bowls in the way.
Oh, that is stupendous from Cheryl Linfield. Actually, was that? Yes.
So
confused them for a second with the bowls.
Taz in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah.
I think they're at least 4 down. Could be 5.
Cheryl's really coming into the forefront of this too, and the shots up, they don't have the best shots up in the competition, Connor, with New South Wales 6 ahead, and they're currently 11-5 ahead of South Australia.
Yeah. Just looking at the score, Tassie sitting on the bottom without a win at the moment. So I think if you're Deb, go to glory shot, go for the win. It's like you could try and cut down, but
Well, you can be a ladder shaper.
you could.
So it will at least come down to tomorrow. Well, Debbie might just be rocking in. Well, she has cut it down. She has certainly cut it down.
And she's created a path now on her backhand where she can come underneath the pink, play that swinging weight.
So yeah, New South Wales and Victoria look as though they may just remain that one win behind ahead of tomorrow morning's final session in this women's triples competition. And the final session will see Queensland take on Western Australia. So they've already beaten Victoria in this draw, and they've already beaten New South Wales. Vic and New South Wales have to play each other. So one of those teams will be out of it. WA currently sitting in third position. So this is
They are down to Victoria at the moment at WA.
Actually, yes, sorry. WA in a spot of bother. So, but they're minus 18, so shots pretty much guarantee that they're out of it. Especially, if they lose, they're done. Had to win to keep their hopes alive.
They're remaining on the forehand. She's found the weekend there. She hasn't got shot, but she's navigated her way in there with both bowls pretty well.
Could hear a couple of comments from someone behind us saying, oh, well, 1 week or 2 weeks.
And Serena's opted not the bowler last.
Just take the shot. And, well, with that, 16 to 8, all they need to do is defend or not concede a 2, and they'll win it with an end to spare. It's all about the shots up now. So New South Wales look as though they are going to be the team that challenges. So if WA beat Queensland tomorrow, New South Wales win, they can take home the triples title. That'll all be running concurrently with the men's singles final. It's going to be a wonderful day. The Paras always provide such entertainment for us. And they are inspirational.
And Louise, once again, finishing in a great position. Reiki. I think that bowl just there demonstrated what Damien Delgado was saying with the green being forgiving. It looked very, very tight out of the hand, but it's only travelled across the head by a foot. Louise Hoskins, easy as that. One down. I'll draw the shot, thank you.
Oh, Rake almost getting in there. It's 12-6 still in favour of Victoria over New South Wales. Oh, sorry, over Western Australia. I can't read this morning, Connor. I'm having real troubles. And New South Wales, 13-5 over South Australia. So they're starting to look the goods. New South Wales men doubling down on Victoria in the men's triples, 12 or 19-6. South Australia leading Western Australia at 12-11 after 14. The ACT and Tasmania. In the men's triples, the Tasmanians leading 17-11. ACT would love to have Jimmy Reynolds out there. What has Shannon got?
She doesn't need to correct too much on her first. She was very close getting shot.
So, probably leaning here, Connor. 1 to Queensland.
Yeah, one to Queensland at the moment, but Tassie have opportunities. They can sit Shannon's through to shot bowl. If they trail to Jack, they've got a couple of catches. There's opportunities for Deb. Serena. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, currently holding to one more for Debbie Marr. Debbie's not a mile away here. Well, we won't see it on camera. Oh, that is beautiful. She knew where she had to be. Unfortunately, we couldn't really get much of a view of it. But, again, the player's not quite used to being streamed all the time, so it's going to happen. 1 to Tasmania, which is enough for Queensland to ensure themselves top spot going into tomorrow, where they will take on Western Australia for the gold medal. (16-9). 1 end to go, so a maximum full count will still give Queensland the win, and you could see there a nice little handshake between Louise and Cheryl, because they know they've got the job done. Very, very impressive performance. 10-minute warning given. No issues there. Next match scheduled to kick off at 11:15 a.m. So in about 40 minutes' time. So I have a nice little bit of time, Connor, to have a little refreshment.
Again, Louise finding her line. She has been incredible. Again, Louise nailing her line. It's probably been the loosest end from the leads so far. Cheryl Linfield, job almost done for the Mount Gravatt start. And she is a start. And that is just not going to get there.
David Mearns just sinking the jack and the far rink.
He is an absolute star, is Minzy. Love watching him go about his business. What is this doing from Shannon? She's going around the back. The line on these bowls, this end, might just need Debbie to just... Can't see me.
Yeah, but look at that line. It's straight at the middle.
Cheryl Linfield going to get on that line as well and get rid of the jack. Even that's probably going to wiggle its way into a pretty good home on the line. There we go. Debbie's making her way back down. 4 bowls to go. Connor, this is hallowed turf for you. Or not in here, but outside.
Not indoor rink, yeah.
That's where you booked your spot to the Oz Champs.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago, played in the Burnie Greens a lot and really enjoyed them. It wasn't raining as much then, so a bit quicker and a bit more turn. But
it's really funny. We got looking when you first started at those photos from Oz Champs in 2021 or the 2020 Oz Champs. There you were. Who would have thought that you'd be working with us?
They're interesting photos. My hair was all over the place. I mean, it's still all over the place.
I was going to say, it's not quite short.
No. A very weird grimace on my face as well in one of the action shots.
Still wearing the same shoes.
It's like an afro.
Found one of you and your dad?
I don't look happy, do I?
No. That one's just not going to get there for Debbie. Couple bowls, or last bowl coming down, and it's going to be 1 to Tasmania, and that will do very nicely for Queensland, who take a 16-10 win and keep their unblemished record alive. So Serena Bonnell, Cheryl Infield and Louise Hoskins tomorrow morning. We'll find it out with Western Australia. If they win the title. If they lose, but New South Wales lose, they'll still win the title. So it's in their hands. They know what they have to do. Win and gold. And that will be their task against WA tomorrow morning. Connor Munnings, thank you very much. We'll be back for men's triples action between Queensland and Victoria in half an hour.
Thank you very much, Val. Enjoyed it.
Yes, certainly so. Queensland get the job done. They are 1 win away from gold. I'll be looking for that tomorrow morning. We'll catch you in half an hour's time for men's triples action.